I get the hype. Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making something that I have been craving for a long time, but when I went online it was about 10 million Kenya shillings and I don't have that money to buy it ready-made. Today we are going to be making a seafood boil. So welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, it's your first time seeing my face, my name is Juliet Kane and I share simple, easy, everyday recipes. So subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of that. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know this kitchen is all about deliciousness, ease of ingredients, and all that goodness. So let's get into this recipe. The ingredients we're going to be using today are quite easy to get. And the thing about a seafood boil, from my research, I realized that you can substitute some of the ingredients for what you like. So for today, I'm going to be using shrimp. They're really like giant shrimps. You can use the shrimps that you have at hand. And I'm also going to be using lobster tails. I've seen people using crab legs. I couldn't be able to find crab legs easily. People also use mussels and any other seafood that you would like. Some people even skip the seafood part and only use the potatoes, the corn, and the boiled eggs. But today we are going to mix that all together. I'm going to start by preparing my potatoes and my corn. These are going to start off because they're going to take a while to cook. We will boil the corn and the potatoes, and then we are going to use a lot of seasoning for the seafood, and then eventually we're going to bring the two together to make the seafood boil. I'm going to quarter the potatoes. All I've done to the potatoes is clean them really nicely with the skin on. If you're a skin off kind of person, then go ahead and remove the skin as well. But I find the skin to be, I like that cut-offness, and it also keeps the flavor in. So after cleaning them very, very nicely, cut them into quarters, like that. So this seafood boil is for, like, this recipe is for one person or two people. If you want to feed more people, then you just maybe double or triple the recipe. I'm using about 5 potatoes, 1.5 pieces of corn. I really love corn, so my quantity of corn is quite a lot. And the first thing I'm going to do is boil this. Before we boil this, let me quickly make the seasoning. We're going to start with some paprika. Hapa ninapima na macho, but do not be afraid of the seasoning. Do not be afraid of the seasonings. You can just check down below to see the exact measurements, because right now I'm using my eyes and the whispers of the ancestors. Mixing together all my spices, some mixed herbs, some lemon and herb seasoning. Mix all the seasonings together. And then we are going to use about a tablespoon of this. We're going to add about a tablespoon of that to the mixture of the potatoes and the corn. And we're also going to add in some salt. All right. Fill this with water. Cover this up. We're going to let this boil until the potatoes are tender. And as this boils, we're going to prepare the rest of the ingredients. So starting off by chopping our onions, 2 large onions. Honestly, if I could go up to 5 onions, I would, but I think that would be a bit of overkill. But I feel like the onions and the garlic are going to carry this entirely on their back. So let's quickly chop up these onions. We're also going to prepare some garlic, about 10 cloves of garlic. And for that, I'm going to be using this garlic mincer. You can use your pestle and mortar. It's totally up to you. Let's do this. All right, there we have the garlic. And in our pan, we're going to put in our lots of onions, garlic, I've used about 10 cloves of garlic. And we are going to cook this in lots of butter. This is about, I'm going to say 100 to 120 grams of butter. And then that goes on the fire. As those two are cooking over there, I told you guys this has different parts and then it will come together in the end. I'll be preparing my seafood. Seafood goes in last because you know it cooks really quickly, so we're allowing the things that need to boil. And how I'm going to prepare this is I'll just remove the head of the shrimp by turning, twisting and pulling, but then I'll remain with the tail. Some people prefer to remove the shell, but I'm going to be cooking this with the shell on, just because I feel that the shell does bring some flavor from like the seafood broth, and then I can remove it as I eat. I think it's also going to make the eating experience a bit more adventurous. So I'll just prepare my shrimp by removing the heads, twist, and
Nuia sana close ups hapa na unaongea.
Inatoa sound. Sinajua utamute niwe. Hey. I'm going to season this with a bit of salt and black pepper. Now our seafood is ready. Our onions and garlic are cooking in the butter. Our potatoes and corn are boiling. And one of the last ingredients we're going to prepare is our boiled eggs. So I've already boiled some eggs here. I'm really curious to know how all these flavors blend together. Every time I see a mukbang on TikTok or on YouTube of someone enjoying a seafood boil, I'm usually like, take me to America right now. And since I can't be able to go there, I've decided to just make it on my own. I can just imagine how all these flavors are going to mesh together. I'm a lover of seafood, I'm a lover of eggs, I'm a lover of corn and potatoes. So this is right up my alley. My eggs have boiled for about 8 to 9 minutes. I'm looking for a hard yolk. If you want a softer kind of yolk, you can do about 6 minutes, but I am not yet there. I'm not yet into the gooey kind of yolk in the middle. So quickly peel these eggs, and we're going to add them in towards the end since they're all cooked, but I just want to prepare them right now to make it easier for me during the assembly.
Lakini nataka iko clear hii design.
I think kuna vile focus hii kama ni hapa.
pia ukipata place kama hiyo unaweza piga content zako. Umecheki hizo.
My eggs are ready, my seafood is ready. Let me bring you guys closer to my heat so that you see what is going on, and then we'll come back here and we'll celebrate. So let's go fast. Kudunga waru. Ciao. I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of my seasoning. Ooh. Mix that together. And then in this mixture, I'm going to cook my seafood. So just drop it in. Shrimps and lobster take about 5 minutes to cook or so. So before I cover this up, I'm going to add some lemon. You know, lemon and seafood go really, really well. Just drizzle about 1 lemon. Ooh. Nataka kubakisha mabadeng. And allow this to cook in the butter. Then cover for about 5 minutes until the seafood is done. A couple of minutes later, my seafood is ready. One of the best ways to tell whether shrimp or lobster is done is that they curl up like this into a C. And you know that this is ready. It smells amazing. And I'm going to add in my boiled eggs. Mix that in so that it soaks up. I probably should have poked some holes, which I'm going to do real quick on the eggs, just so that they can soak up all that goodness. Mix that together. And then how we are going to complete this whole dish is, just a second, I am going, remember the corn and the potatoes that we boiled? I'm going to add this into this. Add that all in. And then I'm going to mix all that together. Now I'm ready to serve up my boil. Ooh. Look at that, guys. Wow. This is more like for 3 to 4 people. I don't know what I was talking about. 1 or 2 people, but this is quite a lot. I can't wait to dig in like the mukbangers because I can already see all the seasoning and it smells so amazing. I want to get a bit of everything and do a taste test. So here I have potatoes, egg, shrimp, and I love me some corn. And then I'm going to douse it with lots of this butter sauce. And maybe try do what other mukbangers do, where they take this and they pour it on top like that with the onions. And then let me dig in. It's worth it. Next, potato. With lots of the sauce. Smooth like butter. Let's do the egg next. Again, douse it. Ooh, guys. OMG, guys. Shrimp. Now for the shrimp, definitely going to add some lemon. More of this sauce. I feel like this one is going to be my best bite. I get the hype. Let me just wrap up this video and say, you need to try this recipe. You're going to love it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.